Here, man, let's talk about that KRS-One album.
It's great. He's great.
I think the only thing that I have a critique of is some of the production on it, but as far as him rhyming, jeez.
I mean, I saw somebody in our comments is like he sounds better than Nas does on Magic. Not true, but I get what you're saying because close enough. How about this? KRS is one of those few people that when he gets in his zone, and he is in his zone on this album. Let's not get it twisted. When
He
he gets in his
transcends.
zone, when he gets in his zone, he raps in a manner that makes you feel like that might be the greatest MC who ever lived, and that's why he always belongs in the conversation.
His the way he keeps his voice, the way he's able to
The way
continue
his
and
voice
keep
is
his
held, Mike,
flow, it's insane.
it's insane the way his voice is held up now. In all truthfulness, like he sounds just as heavy and hard hitting as he did when he came out with Return of the Boom Bap vocally. That's crazy.
And LL doesn't even sound like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I say that respectfully because I think LL has one of the more underrated rap voices ever. And when you look at how his voice is held up over the years and as much performing as he does, but again, that's that practice, man. And that
Versatile.
you have to be out here. And KRS has always been out here.
Hold on. Now let's get this straight now. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. We talk about Rakim taking a break. We talk about Nas taking a break. We talk about Kendrick taking a break. We talking about all these breaks. You want to know who always been outside?
KRS-One.
This dude KRS-One been outside the entirety of the time.
Blastmaster has
And so
always.
for people who want to say, oh, he's still number one, or whenever he wants to say, I'm still number one, it's like, well, you're not my guy, but God damn it, you belong every single time. And that's what I'm talking about. He's always been outside. How about this?
Listen, I'm not going to argue
He's never,
anybody that says that
he's
KRS
never,
is the
he's
best.
never, he's never even put himself in position to be critiqued the way that we've critiqued Kendrick and Andre 3000. How about that? How
No,
about that?
straight up.
And if we want to talk lyrical skills, he's superior to both of them. He's lyrically
100.
superior to Andre and Kendrick. What you talking? And he been outside since '85.
I love Andre, man, but
He's been outside since '85. Mike, what year were you born?
82. Yo, I love Andre, but it's so unfair to the work that KRS-One has put in to even compare the two. You know, today is the 30th anniversary of Sex and Violence, the final
The final
BDP album.
BDP album.
He's been solo officially for 30 years. And that's not even counting the BDP stuff where he was the only person rhyming on. And really, technically, that shit is solo material, but it's technically under a group, right?
Tyler Rock's the producer. He's
Yeah.
the MC.
Yeah.
Heather
But
B is on the last joint, if I'm not mistaken. The one sex, yeah.
Sex
Heather
and
B
Violence is dope.
Sex and Violence. Isn't Heather B on there rapping something though? She's on a couple tracks, I feel like.
Is she? Okay.
I think so. I haven't listened to Sex and Violence in forever. I'm not even going to lie.
Sex and Violence got 4.5 in the source.
Deservedly so.
Yeah. But yeah, final BDP album, 30 years today, and this guy is still rhyming at a high level. I mean, he was spitting, man. Like his ability to stay current with the flow and be on top of things.
Yeah.
It's listen, in my personal opinion, KRS isn't the greatest MC all time, but he's easily top 5, top 10 on anybody's list. But if somebody were to say he's the greatest, I'm not gonna argue he's not.
I mean,
I'm not putting Biggie ahead of KRS. I can't do it.
So here's the thing about it. All the guys who you would put ahead of him, of the guys that I would put ahead of him, there's only two guys that I think are lyrically better than him that I have ahead of him, and that's Nas and Rakim. Anybody else that I think is ahead of him has more to do with their song making ability, i.e. a Biggie or a Tupac or a Scarface. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Not about lyrical capability.
Nope.
Nas and Rakim are the only guys that I think for certain are lyrically better than him. And I don't even know that. Like, even when I say that, I'm saying that out loud. And it's like, oh, I don't know that. I don't know that.
I mean, when you look at the Channel Live shit, like it's
You know the 10, 12, the 10 and 12 bar rhyme style is KRS-One's invention. Like 16 bars wasn't even like all the way like invented when he started rhyming. He's the inventor of the 10 and the 12 bar rhyme style.
People are saying Biggie's better. I see KRS isn't top 10.
Biggie's a better artist overall. Biggie has probably a better like catalog that you can play a song. But that's what I'm saying. When you hear KRS-One, I'm like, I'm still number one. My Philosophy, 9mm Goes Bang, Jack of Spades, The Bridge Is Over, Sound of the Police, MCs Act Like They Don't Know, Oh Yeah, Rappers Are in Danger. You see how many errors I'm going?
Listen, anybody who has these doubts about KRS, I don't think you've seen KRS live. I don't fault you for that, but go see KRS live, even now, or go look up some concerts with KRS. It's different, man.
No, he's one of those guys when Kendrick disappears like this, and I'm making a top 10 list, and I have KRS at 9 and Kendrick at 10. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things that make me be like, no, you don't belong next to him. He's been outside since '85.
No, I mean, listen, I'm putting, and I know people will probably feel a way about this. I'm putting LL Cool J above Kendrick.
Yep.
I'm putting KRS-One above Kendrick.
I am.
I'm putting Rakim above Kendrick.
Not a question.
I'm still putting Tupac above Kendrick.
That is not a question.
I'm putting Jay above Kendrick. I'm putting Nas above Kendrick.
You putting Big above Kendrick? I know you're funny about catalog. I got Big above Kendrick. There ain't no way around it.
I don't know.
I got Face.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to hold that.
What about Face and Ice Cube?
I got Face and Ice Cube above Kendrick. Yes.
What about Ghostface?
I have Ghostface above Kendrick. Yes.
What about Jadakiss?
I do. I do. But you know what? Here's another one, and we talked about this earlier in the show. I think another Kendrick fan's unsubscribing. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's cool. Y'all can go.
Have to be honest here.
I
think Method Man.
I told you that 94 to 98 runs make me
it's hard for me to sit here and say that Kendrick's better than Method Man.
Do you understand? Not one Kendrick fan popped up with his track listing from the last 5 years, except for a Black Panther soundtrack, which is kind of giving us the fact, giving us the evidence that there is no evidence.
Yeah.
Right. No. I'm with you on Method Man. I'm just running down some people off the top of my head so people see what it is. So what say you about Big Daddy Kane?
I think I would have to put Kendrick above Kane. I know people are probably going to kill me in the chat for it.
Cool G Rap?
I would probably have to over Cool G Rap.
You got LL above him, right? What about Slick Rick?
I'm big on catalog, man. It's hard to justify, but I know I like Slick Rick more than I like Kendrick, but I would have to put Kendrick above.
Okay. Redman.
Redman. It's tough for me, man.
So it's looking like
you know what? I got to be consistent. If I'm putting Method Man over him, I think I am because Redman's catalog is even better than Method
Man, and he has out-rapped Method Man multiple times while Method Man.
Redman's catalog as an individual is better than Method Man's catalog.
And he has out-rapped Method Man multiple times while Method Man was in his prime.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Redman's better than Kendrick. And Kendrick's going to have to come with another album to debunk that.
So listen to what I have right now. I have Nas, Rakim, Tupac. I got Big. I don't care what you say. Jay-Z, Face, Ghostface, Jadakiss, Method Man, LL Cool J, Redman, Ice Cube, all ahead of Kendrick. So just off that right there, he would be 13.
Somebody said another name that I was like, yeah. What about Pusha T?
If you want to put Kendrick ahead of Pusha T, I'm not going to knock that.
Okay.
Objectively speaking. Not about what I prefer, but objectively speaking, if you're going to tell me that, I'm going to be okay with that.
Listen, and I'm putting Snoop Dogg over Kendrick. I'm sorry.
All right. So Snoop. So Mike, I want you to understand that right now, he would be 14 right now.
And that's without us really even thinking about this thing.
That's without us digging. And that's with Cool G Rap, Big Daddy Kane, and Slick Rick being behind him.
We
You're
need,
behind.
you know what? That's what we need to do in our next couple of episodes. We need to really get this chart together,
You need to get the chart together.
and
It's
we need
time.
to be able to quantify this. And what categories do you think are important? And what categories do you guys in the chat think we need to consider when it comes to picking the greatest MC of all time?
1, lyrics. 2, voice.
Lamont
3,
Martin says the game over Kendrick. I'm okay with that.
3, delivery. Hold on. Keep in mind, we got Kendrick at 14 right now. We have not discussed. Listen to this: T.I., Lil Wayne, or Rick Ross.
Yeah. Yeah.
T.I., Lil Wayne, or Rick Ross.
Yeah.
We haven't discussed any of those guys.
Listen, man, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. I think the game, T.I. and Lil Wayne,
right?
And Rick Ross, man.
Ross' catalog is better than Kendrick's catalog. Why everybody keep talking about Kendrick catalog?
Yeah. Those 4 guys, Kendrick would not beat in the verses.
Right.
Is that fair to say for the people out there who think we bugging?
So
those 4 guys, Kendrick wouldn't beat in the verses.
Those guys in right there, he would be at 18 right now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
About why it's not cool to take 5 years off when you're not Rakim. When you're not Rakim on the mic, you don't get to take 5 years off.
Somebody in the chat says Chuck D. Listen, I ain't putting nobody over Chuck D. In my opinion.
In my mind, I don't even feel comfortable.
Listen, man, I don't even like putting Chuck D in debates. We do like these debates on According to Hip Hop. I leave Chuck D's name out of it. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say Kendrick's better than Chuck D. I won't say that.
Hold on. If you want to leave Chuck D out, I'll leave Big out, and we still got this guy at 16. If we leave Chuck and Big out,
Chuck D's made some of the most important hip hop records ever made.
We got lyrics, voice, delivery, storytelling, impact, catalog. Those are six topics. What do you say to those?
People are in the chat. Let me go to the people. The people are saying lyrics, voice, catalog, personal discography, and collaboration songs.
Collaborations, yes. I like
making / songwriting ability, longevity, impact. That's from Jordan House.
Longevity and impact are 2 different things because Big's impact is hard, but the longevity's not there.
But you know what? What about the longevity of the records? Because the longevity of Big's records are there.
That's some strong shit you just said, Mike.
You know what I'm saying? Because anybody could be in the game forever, but how well do your records age? I think that's what really is important.
Mike, I think we just got longevity career and longevity records, 2 different conversations about the same word.
Yeah. We got lyric, appearance, delivery, popularity, numbers. No, I don't know about the popularity.
Popularity and numbers is part of your impact.
Mm-hmm. Breath control should be a factor. MCs that have punchlines and
punchlines should not be a factor.
Okay.
No, because Fabulous is going to end up being in our top 10 if that happens.
Leroy Green says the fact that you're using Kendrick as a measuring stick, all-time greats, is a W for him. Listen, Kendrick has earned it. Anytime that you dropped Overly Dedicated, Section 80, To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City, and Damn, you're in these conversations. No, the only thing is, has he maintained these conversations?
Right. There we go.
The problem is, the problem's not his output and what he's done. The problem is when the game caught up and people are consistently making really good music, we don't hear anything. And and I know somebody was talking about the pandemic was in 2020. Listen, the person that Kendrick is an artist, and the fact that All Right is his flagship song, all the shit that has gone down in 2020 between, we know the corona, whatever. I only like saying it because they shut people's channel down. Between that, between the election, between social justice, and you have nothing to say?
Hold on. And here's what the people defending him say. He's been caught up in a legal battle with his label.
Is it a legal battle?
Hold on. You want to know what the Locks did when they were in a battle with their label? They said, we about to hit these streets, and kept dropping shit anyway. But anyway.
All right. What is the legal battle? You think they don't want him to put out music? Put out music and you out, right?
He's such a cash cow that truthfully, he should have been put out lost tapes-ish types of stuff to get out of this and really get back to his craft. But like I said, we're not going to spend time talking about that bullshit that we know really hadn't been occurring.
All right, I was gonna say these are factors that we don't know because at the end of the day, both sides have said that this is his last album with TDE.
No, Mike. I like where we're going with this, so I don't even want to focus on Kendrick anymore. We got lyrics, voice, delivery, storytelling, impact, catalog, collaborations, longevity with your career, longevity with your records, breath control. That would give us 10 categories right there. I think we need 5 more.
Whoa, that's
categories. Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Mike 100. He said you guys should do a Blueprint versus Stillmatic, 10 best songs per album. See what album stacks up. That should be.
Mike doesn't want to do 10 songs. If you want to do a versus, that's not fair to the Blueprint to do 10 songs. You need to do the whole thing for the Blueprint to have a shot. Because if you pick the 10 best songs on Stillmatic, the Blueprint's not winning.
Yeah, why are we picking the 10 best songs? Why don't we just go the whole album?
Because he's a Nas fan that knows that the 10 best songs on Stillmatic is going I'm gonna be objective for the Nas fans from now on. If we're gonna do Stillmatic in the Blueprint, we got to do the full players. Because I've always told people this: the first 10 songs on Stillmatic are his best stretch of songs since the first 9 songs on Illmatic in terms of what you hear in a row on an album. So.
I see someone said beef. I think battle tested is
battle rhyme, battle tested, all of that. Yep.
Yeah.
We can put that in one. Battle rhyme, battle tested. That can be 11.
What about mixtapes? Do those matter?
If Nas's lost tapes matter, that's not fair to KRS and
that's
Rakim.
Not, yeah. But there has to be something that mattered in that era that can equivocate to mixtapes or something. We'll think about that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Paid in full and like by any means necessary is when the MC gets up and starts running. It's not fair to those guys. They got us running. It's like we were literally like walking and then they started running one day, like in a year's time. So it's like it happened fast.
Man, we like 2.5 hours in, man. We might need to go ahead and start wrapping this up. And
no, we're trying to wrap it up with this list. That's why I want people to like give us
legacy. I see legacy.
Yes. Legacy.
Yes. Freestyle ability.
Yes. I'm with freestyle ability.
I'm with freestyle ability.
KRS-One said you got to have the ability to freestyle. He said that on Arsenio Hall.
What about performance? Live performance.
That matters. Yep. Okay. That's 14. Live performance. That's a key one we were leaving out that needs to matter.
Yeah.
That's what help people like Chuck B and KRS-One.
What else did Mo D have? You got rap voice on there?
We got voice. Voices too. Lyrics, voice, and delivery is always top 3 for me in terms of MC. Lyric, voice, delivery. Classic,
groundbreaking tracks. Game changer.
No, we got longevity with records. That falls in there. We got longevity.
What about intangibles?
There we go. Because you want to know somebody
Snoop
who has
Doggy Dogg has the highest intangibles in the game.
Him and Scarface for different reasons. I was thinking Scarface, you were thinking Snoop, but we were thinking on the same level.
Define intangibles for the people, though, in this respect.
Hold on. The best way to qualify intangibles for people is to give you examples of intangibly somebody who has intangibles over people who are more skilled and more talented than him. LeBron James is more of an athletic freak than Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant is a more skilled player than Michael Jordan. Neither one of them intangibly have his will to kill in the finish line in the moment where it matters most. His intangible about that supersedes what they have over him in athletic ability and in actual skill. Like Kobe's a better shooter. LeBron is a better all-around talent. That guy right there will eat their fucking food in his prime because intangibly he's got something inside him that is maniacal about wanting to kill the other opponent. You heard that Dominique Wilkins story where he walked in, he's like, yeah, catching this 50 piece tonight. Yeah, that's different. That's that intangible. When you're seeing Tom Brady throw an iPad and curse at the coach of the other team, it's because he intangibly has something that he can't control. And when he's not winning, he doesn't know how to control that thing.